Ajinkya, talk to me about the original idea behind Trellus.
For sure. So I guess the origination story of where we come from is we were a bunch of, MIT research engineers. We had no experience in SaaS. My past experience was as a consultant. My co-founder, Craig's, he was building autonomous jets for Boeing. So, not a lot to do with building software for, salespeople. So we came with sort of no experience, just, eyes blind. We're just going to see what could happen. But we did have a couple of beliefs about what would happen in the world, specifically one that was, AI models are going to get faster. They're going to get smaller so that, you can run them on, people's machines. You can run them very fast in the cloud. And most notably, you can apply them to, things like real-time audio or real-time voice. That was like the big insight that I think we had, which is, if you combine those two things, you can affect software into new modalities. So things like when people are talking, when people are chatting live, like anything like that can actually have a real-time impact. So that was the original idea. It then transformed into a billion different, specific things. So we started off with a Zoom coach that would tell you things like, hey, you should shut up right now, to, that part of the software still exists, but in a different form. But a Zoom coach.
I might need that myself.
100%. All the way to things, where we were giving like exact scripts for what you should say during the call. I think our big lesson on that was we necessarily weren't the experts, especially in the workflow. And so if you're a founder that comes from that perspective, the biggest thing you can do is, have some opinions about where the technology is going, and then make sure you index on conversations more than anything else. Our big number one mistake, and it's probably wasted 4 to 5 months, was, being too cerebral, sitting at our desks and just thinking, hey, what if this? What if like we did this? Would this help these people? And that's basically the thing that solved it is we started just messaging as many people on LinkedIn that we could, capping out our connection requests every week, making sure we had at least, 20, 30 conversations with people in different verticals, and going into those calls, with some level of an opinion, but just trying to hear what they do and then piecing it together. And that was for us like the big unlock, which is, it turns out you can just message like 1,000 people on LinkedIn and 100 people will probably be open to talking to you if you're a founder, just to give you feedback on your idea. And you can just start from there. So that's like step one. And then since then, now Trellus is a lot more focused on the call space, specifically around, making you get more dials, getting you more conversions on those dials. And that's how the business has transformed. But, started with the idea, AI and voice. And then how we got to there was we just talked to, honestly, probably thousands and thousands of people who've helped make that idea come true along the way.